Hello guys, so today I'm going to be installing Bedrock Linux and then removing it. Why? Because they told me it's not reversible. Yet, so that's the video, okay? So first of all I have to mount my USB, this one. Okay. You run media P a 7B1 something. Okay, so there it is. Bedrock Linux 0731R64.sh. Okay, so you run it like this. That flag is already suspicious. Okay, continual something something something. You're about to replace your existing Linux install for Bedrock Linux install. This is not intended to be reversible. Not reversible. Okay, let's. Okay, like this. Reversible. It wasn't joking. Or was it? Okay, I heard the disconnect sound. That's good. And there is the init selection. So I'm just gonna hit enter, and so this is running Bedrock Linux, you can clearly see. Oh, something is definitely off. Why is it taking 2 minutes? Okay, this is gonna take a while. So in the meantime, I'm going to tell you how we're gonna reverse this. So first of all, Bedrock Linux somehow managed to like overwrite the bin file or something. I mean the bin folder and the place or in it. That's already sus. Couldn't be worse. You're gonna be going ahead and just going to be removing the injected bin files, bin files, USR slash asterisk files. Then we're gonna be purging the services and such, and then we're going to be cleaning up the Bedrock mess. Then we're going to be remote syncing the Ubuntu Stratum. Wait, what? Yeah, so the Ubuntu Stratum still lives under slash Bedrock, and it uses Fuse to mount it as slash. And we're gonna be seeing that probably in a while. I hope we're going to be seeing it, so just you can see. But what I mean here is basically we need to go ahead and reverse the actions, remote sync or sync it, then again continue and do the exact same operations as before, huh? But that's not the point here. And we're gonna be okay, that's actually the point. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be just reversing the action. Let's see how this goes. Hey, finally, the Ubuntu install finally booted. Alright, so, or should I say Stratum, because that's what it's called for some reason. Okay, let's see, mount. Look, there's the A2 on Bedrock, straight up Bedrock. Okay, that's my actual USB, by the way. Yep, there you go. And what do we have here? And what do we see here? What do we see? Okay. Okay, hold on. Nothing. Slash on is completely gone. Beautiful. Okay, hold on. Dev NVMe 0 and 1P3. Let's try that. Oh, that makes sense. It's a LVM on. Okay, hold on. Let me grab the on slash. Hold on, guys. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'm gonna ask AI on how to grep just on slash. Okay, so apparently is grep e on dollar symbol. There's no way. Oh, yep. Okay. You asked for it. We're going to be restarting the computer. We're rebooting into rescue media. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. The system just has been mounted to refuse. So let's see how this goes. Right, so hit Control-T first. Okay, we got a Linux at closed local domain. I'm using an OpenSUSE Leap Media. Okay, so we got this cd run media. Make sure the path can actually change depending on your and the rescue media you are using. So make sure to double check. And I'm gonna be becoming root for no reason. So this command is gonna be long swap file bin as bin usr slash everything etc fonts etc x11 etc bash compilation.d etc fish etc bedrock release etc os release. Yep, this I said it was going to be a long command, so if you are not ready, I'm sorry. etc systemd etc resolve conf, and that's it. Okay, we already got a bunch of things, so we're gonna be mv-lib usr. That's the command we're gonna be running. So yeah, make sure to run this command. This is a big command actually. Like, how am I even writing this? Now you're gonna go into the etc, and yep, this is way more cleaner. Make sure to check your fstab. It may be corrupted. Corrupted, you get the point. I mean by corrupted. Oh, that is some spicy command right there. That is long. Okay, then now shells is a bit broken. By a bit I mean this. So we're gonna be running sedi s pipe bedrock cross pipe again shells. Nice. Now that's way more clean. Now we're gonna be running the exact same thing but on password. Is that how we say it? Password. You can also remove the zsh directory if you want to empty, but I mean I'm just gonna remove it. This is the LVM folder. It's nothing and it's nothing related. I swear it's not related to anything. And that's probably the only thing you're going to be worrying about. Because we just removed this. We just ran this. So there's not much you're going to be worrying about for now. And let's see, is there more things? Or are there more things? I'm not pretty sure. Okay, now we're going to be running a big command. rsync HAXS bedrock strata hijacked dot. This will take a while, so I recommend you do something, or just drink something or eat something. I'm gonna drink some water actually. Oh, by the way, Planix 1.1.1 has come out. Now look at this, 1.1.1. The only thing I fixed is fix an issue with ping, because ping was broken. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is actually no, I'm gonna bookmark this so that I really don't. Yeah, because I seriously just don't want to do this. Yeah, I am very sick of typing it. So yeah, now I can do that. And Planck's GNU Linux 1.1.1 is out. I hope it doesn't become the same thing as 1.1.1. Yeah, I just realized this IP has been actually bound to 1.1.1.1. You see what they did there? Hopefully the system version number doesn't be that. Also, this is actually just warp. Yes, this is just warp. Yep, that's just warp. Anyways, time to wait 7 billion years. Should I open my YouTube channel, by the way, in here? Okay, what do we have here? Internet, web. For the ones that are wondering, this is just Epiphany, which actually uses Apple's WebKit for some reason. Okay, so we gotta go to welcome to web. I just want to search my YouTube channel. Lock icon. 84 subscribers. That's new. 4 views a day ago. 21 views. Why is our most viewed video this? That's my most viewed video for some reason. Anyway, it's almost done. Hopefully, because there is literally no logical way I can know this. Oh wait, can I know this actually? Okay, yes, we get it. Oh, I didn't want to deep sleep or zombie, okay? PSA. Oh. Oh no. That is no way. Cool, we're completely cooked. Oh wait, never mind. Finally it's here. Oh, but that's gone. That is gone. Wait, 2170. Oh wait, I can run this. What the heck are you? What do you mean? It literally is. What do you mean by PID? PID.com. What do you mean? It's not defined. It's literally. Okay. You know what? Kill 9%. Finally. Okay. I'm gonna be running the same command again, but this time we're gonna be adding a V to see how much it's going. Sending incremental. Oh, okay, there it is. There it is. It is. It just sent some true type fonts. Interesting. Why is ngb.dict taking 7 years? What is it copying? PSA. What? It's still deep sleep? What? D here means uninterruptible sleep. For me, it's literally the worst. It is the worst type of a process. If it's a zombie, the kernel can reap it and then just can be dead. But for uninterruptible sleep, it's an active process that you cannot send any signals to. You can't send any signals. You can't do anything about it. You can't kill it. You can't terminate it. An uninterruptible sleep process is just enjoying the last moments of its life. Also, why I'm saying that, why are the man pages gzip compressed? Are they using gzip? I mean gzcat or something like that? Which just makes me remind of the install command. xzcat sudo dd. Oh, also, oh yeah. I just have to let you know, for the ones that didn't watch my previous video, Planix is not root. You need to use sudo for admin commands. Also, speaking of sudo, here's a fun fact. Did you know that sudo already launches as root? Yeah, sudo actually has the set UID bit, which means whoever gave the set BID bit, the program will always launch as that user. Yeah, but also sudo does check if you are in the sudoers file, you have sudo access, and then it asks for password authentication if needed, and then launches the application as root, because it already launches as root. Oh wait, while I was talking about that, this thing finished. Now we still have more cleanup to do, so stick around. We can first of all start by removing the swap file. Then we're gonna go to etc, and then we're going to be removing environment and local time. Yep, you see, local time is actually a broken symlink to Bedrock. Don't even think about these. These are just etc alternatives. Now you shouldn't really touch more things except for the shells, sudoers, and password and okay, you don't need to touch the password because we already changed it. So make sure to cut the shells. You can see some things are there. I don't really want it to be like kinda overlapping, so I'm just gonna be manually editing it. Goodbye. This is not going to take a while because I just okay, cool. So now that it's been finished, next we're going to be doing is the path file. You can see at the very bottom there's that, so you're just gonna be removing it. Then at the sudoers file, yeah, you cannot do it actually. You need to see it, and there are two ways. You can either make it read write, or you can use the proper way, which I'm going to be using the proper way. chroot dot. So now we're in Ubuntu somehow. We'll be running editor equals nano vice sudo. We're just going to just go ahead and clone the sudoers file into some random file name folder. Then it's just going to overwrite the file, I think. I'll actually ask AI how why sudo works. Please do not say I use AI for everything. I just learn. Like, I don't really know much. Videos are outdated, so basically I use AI for some things. But I swear AI did not help with this. It's just some trial and error, and you get the point. Now the next one is again cleaning up services. Yeah, we're going to be going into the exact same folder. Don't worry about vmtools d.service. This actually just open vmtools. What we're going to be doing is remove the bedrock asterisk. So remove bedrock asterisk. Then go into multi-user target once and remove bedrock asterisk again. Then go into network online target once and then remove the only bedrock fixed resolve service. Then I'll be removing some very innocent looking folder, which is resolve conf. This folder. What could it possibly contain? Oh, that. Okay. I also recommend checking for any leftovers. So let's start off by full screening this and running find.name. Name. You can use either double quote or single quote. I use single quote for the efficiency. Like that. You can just ignore the /bedrock ones. and USR Python 3.1. And the only thing we are interested in is this. Which here you actually must not remove X11 if you're using a desktop environment. I am using a desktop environment, so I'm just going to be removing these two. Going to be doing head 2, so that, and I'm going to be using xargs rm, so it just removes the files. Let's try the head command again, and I'm going to be running the exact same command again and again. Oh wait, this time we have something, and then xargs rm one more time. Okay, let's see the command's output now. Perfectly clean. We're going to be moving the Bedrock folders later. lslr 2 into dev null. This is the second command. This is going to be also a giant ton of information. Also, before we run that, I'm also going to be removing some 2 files, rm usr local share dbus1. Yep, everything is, those 2 are imposters. So let's run the command lslr2 into dev null grep bedrock. You can ignore the slash bedrock straight at once. Yep, we missed some files, which is those ones, the BRL and strat files. To fix that, we can easily remove them. rmrf etc bash compilation .d and then BRL and the strat, and then I can also rmrf etc fish compilations folder, and then we can check this again. Then we're going to be nuking that, by the way, Bedrock files and such of that. We really don't actually need this. We can just ignore that one. And this is actually just already in slash bedrock slash war already. So, okay, now the command you've all been waiting for. rmrf bedrock. We can now not become root. We can unmount this volume and then restart our computer. I am also using an OpenSUSE. By the way, this is just gonna boot. No init selection, no swap error, just a normal Plymouth screen. No 2-minute waiting. Nothing was unnecessary there. Yep. We are back in track. Now we actually have one more command, which is, okay, now actually that one does make sense. I am using an LVM group, so on slash would not really give much information. If you are not using an LVM group, which probably you weren't, this would make much more sense. Also, I do want to point out, this thing does reset your time zone for some reason. So if you want to fix that, you can use sudo dpkg reconfigure your tz data. Yep, and I'm gonna be just doing that. It is already actually configured. It just resets the time zone here for some reason. Actually, you just need to run that and then hit the enter key twice, and it's just gonna configure it by itself. And yeah, my time zone has been reconfigured correctly. And yeah, basically that's how you get rid of Bedrock Linux. Don't actually attempt this at home. Something may go wrong. Don't really use this as a tutorial, but if you are using it, make sure you are testing this in a virtual machine previously. I have actually done this before, like 5 times, so I am actually experienced in this and kind of revised it a bit. So basically, that's all I'm gonna say. By the way, before I say thank you for watching, I'm actually going to tell you the actual rescue image that I used. I used an OpenSUSE Leap 15.6 rescue image for R64 because I couldn't find a better rescue image. Now you're probably saying, oh, you could have just used an Ubuntu Live CD image. I want the rescue image, not an installer image. And I actually have a ton of installer images. And I literally have an ISO partition here with a Boolean etcher. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please do not actually look at my screenshot collection. I was just trying out something. Yeah, so thank you for watching. More Planix videos are going to be coming soon, hopefully. When Linux 7.2 gets its first patch. But that's all I'm gonna say. So thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.